Hi friends, today we're taking a little journey through time. We're going to talk about how one of the most important parts of our lives, money, came to be. Why is this important? Because money isn't just a piece of paper or a number on a screen. It's a system that has evolved over millennia. And what's most interesting is the history of money is directly linked to how we can observe markets, analyze them, and use modern online platforms to study this process. But let's start from the very beginning. Imagine a world without coins, bills, or cards. Back then, the first money was called barter. One person grew grain, another made pots. One would exchange a sack of grain for 2 pots. That's what we now call barter. A simple, clear system, you give me, I give you. But this system had its downsides. For example, you want an exchange grain for meat, but the hunter doesn't need grain. He wants clothing. In such cases, you had to find a third person and exchange with them first. Even then, people began to realize that a universal equivalent was needed. That's how the first universal commodities appeared. In different regions, these were different things: salt, meat, rare shells, and so on. In each region, universal commodities were chosen based on their importance. However, these first forms of money also had a downside. Some goods spoiled, so it was decided to choose something more reliable. Thus, over time, people began to use metal. First pieces of copper, gold, and silver. They were durable, could be divided and melted down. That's when the first coins appeared. Coins immediately solved many problems. They were easy to store, easy to count, and they didn't spoil. Moreover, their appearance inspired trust because they bore the mark of authority. Coins become the most important tool of trade. With them, you can buy and sell, pay taxes, and much more. But over time, people realized that carrying sacks of coins was inconvenient. Imagine a merchant traveling from one city to another with tens of kilos of coins. It's heavy and dangerous. The idea emerged to replace metal with paper. The first paper money looked like receipts that confirmed value. Instead of transporting coins, a merchant could deposit them in one city and receive paper document, which he could then exchange back for metal in another city. It was convenient and safe. The idea of paper proved so practical that it gradually spread throughout the world. This is how the system laid the foundation for modern finance and was gradually formed. Centuries passed, humanity learned to manage huge volumes of money, banks, international trade, and economic unions emerged gradually. Physical money began to give way to non-cash payments. People started using bank cards, transferring funds electronically, and paying for purchases via phone. Today, we live in a world where money has become largely invisible. Yet, it is constantly moving, and it is this process that we can observe. Let's see how money moves in the market right now. Let's open the first trade on AED CNY OTC. Here we can see a prolonged upward movement, and the price is hitting the 70 level on the RSI. This situation often signals a possible pullback. So open a downward trade. The trade goes into profit. Very good start. Let's continue. Let's not waste any time and go back to the AED CNY. We see that the price has risen again to the same 70 level, so we can try opening another short position downwards. But it's important to understand that this position has already been worked on before, meaning the risk is higher. Nevertheless, let's try and see how it reacts. And as a result, the movement is unstable, it wobbles back and forth, and the trade eventually closes at a loss. Let's continue looking for a next opportunity. We find an interesting option on the AUDCHEF OTC. The chart shows a prolonged price decline. The RSI indicator has fallen below the 30 level, which tells us we are likely looking at a reversal. So we open a long position on $250 to cover the previous loss. And as a result, the trade confidently closes in a profit. And the final trade is open on USD CHF OTC. We see a rather non-standard situation. Our MACD indicator is about to cross downwards, and the chart has bumped into the EMAs. The 20 and the 200, most likely from these levels, we expect a break downwards. So we open a short trade for 1 minute and the trade goes into profit. So let's sum up. Today, money has become part of the digital world. We can pay for purchases with our phones, transfer funds in seconds, manage accounts in apps, and many other possibilities are available to us right now. But at the same time, behind all these conveniences lies a huge system where colossal sums move daily. These processes influence prices, the work of companies, and even the economies of entire countries. If you found this video interesting, and if you've lived through each stage of the history of money with me, from barter to the first coins to digital platforms, then I have a special invitation for you. I've created a community on a Telegram channel where we continue the conversation about money, markets, and the development of the financial system. There you will get educational materials in simple language, risk management tips, breakdown of mistakes made by beginners, and proven approaches that will help you understand the topic more deeply. The most important thing is that you can ask absolutely any question, even if they seem silly. It's often such questions that open new doors, understanding, and I answer as clearly and honestly as possible without unnecessary complexity. Within just a few days of being in the community, you'll be able to feel confident in your actions and gradually form your own understanding of how the world of finance works. The most powerful opportunity available to you right now is to join our community. Don't put it off. Click the first link in the description down below or go to the pinned comment